Ah, y'all gonna laugh at this. I'm not even lying. Y'all gonna laugh at this. So, this is last month. We in October 1st now. This is September, me turning my $100 into 500, no, 100 into $600. I put $100 into my Forex account. I traded for 5 days. One day broke even, one day was a loss, 3 days were winners. On those three winners, this day I had $118. That ended 118 for the week because that one was a break even. The next week, the last 3 days of the month, $177 this day, lost 92 the next day, and then made 300 the next day, which ended that week, aka yesterday, at $385 profit. Put them together with my $100 deposit, I made $500 profit. As you can see here, that would have ended September $500 profit. But guess what I did? Guess what I did? Because I decide, even though I'm a technical analysis, price action, support and resistance type trader, I decide I'm gonna try to trade the news since the government shut down at midnight. I decide, oh, let's full margin all of our profit and freaking bet on the US dollar going so bad and down so much. Let's put all our profits worth up for gold going up. And guess what happened? This what happens when you be a fat, greedy pig in the market. So, $500 profit, and yesterday ended 385 for the week. But guess, let me tell you why we didn't end at 385. Because before I went to bed, I just had to put a little $50 in. So that 385, let's go to, matter of fact, before we go to the live update, look at me in the Discord. Wrapping up the month here for the $100 account. Grow with $500 in profit. Posted. Boom. This is 8 o'clock, right before they put the news out that the government was going to shut down at midnight. I hop in a trade like 11:55 p.m. 11:55, I hop in a trade. When I say that trade lost in like a minute and a half, I risked $50, so that 500 instantly went down to like 450. I'm like, okay, cool. You end September with 450. Let's go to the live update. Okay, so this September. So I got the 118 that week, and then instead of 385 here, I'm at 331. So what, I lost like $54? Yeah, $54. Okay. And then pay attention to this. This is what I pay attention to. See, on the winning day, six trades. Winning day, six trades. Winning day, six trades. You see, on the losing day, 15 trades. Just going back to back to back to back. And honestly, this day was green too. I had $100 profit that day too. But guess what? Just going back in, back in, back in, back in, risking my profits. And then when I realized I risked more than my profits, I got out. On this day, yeah, yeah, no, this day I had like 23 in profit after risking again, and then I went back in, and then I had 100 loss. When I had 100 loss, I was like, all right, we done. This day had a little bit, I think like 100 and something, went back in, back in. It turned out good for me. But back to the live. So instead of ending this day with 300 in profit, I ended with 246. It was still cool because for the month of September, that put my P&L at right under 450, 449. So then, guess what I decided to do today? Y'all see the difference? See the difference in that P&L? Instead of saying $500, we got $1,000 profit. I full margin the freaking account, risked all the profits, and lost $440 this morning. When I say I went back to bed, I just went back to bed. What time was this? Look at this. 6 a.m., 6:45, 8:45, 9:21. Look at the loss. 100, 100, 150, 75. It don't tell. This was more than I was going to say. It don't tell like the percentage of the risk. But we know, shoot, if it's a $600 account, that's over 20% right here. Y'all get the point. I went stupid. Like, stupid. I couldn't do nothing but go to bed after that. Like, what else? I had some other things to do later today, which is why I'm up now. But I said, let me just go to bed. And it's crazy because on all the other days that I was freaking profiting, these it Gold is moving during sessions that I don't even trade no more. I've been getting on my profits during Asian session. When I get up for my actual session, either London or New York, it's going against me. But I'm not going to complain about that. But what I am going to do, two things. One, I lost all these trades trading on my phone this morning. That's why I wasn't live. That's why I didn't see the losses and everything because I was trading on my phone, knowing dang well I suck at trading on the phone. I suck at trading on my phone. And I still did it. So I went ahead and signed out my account on my phone. I put the little smaller account, little $25 account on my phone just to play around with if I'm feeling like I want to do something. But let's look at the trades. First, we're gonna see how I went from 100 to 600, and obviously it's because I was riding gold up. When I was taking some smaller trades here, getting out. Um, got in here. That was a quick loss. Okay, I let it ride out. Got to my level. When it got to my level, I'm like, okay, we going through. I rolled this up, closed up here. Okay, good profit. Rolled this one up, closed up there. Okay. When I saw this candle here, let me get in a little closer. When I saw this one here, I'm like, okay, that's a good push to go up. It did not go up. So when I lost this one, I chilled out because I saw a massive, and I had this one on live too. I made like 150 profit here, and then when I seen this one, I risked like 30 something, $30 when I seen that, and I had just hit like five. What I hit like five some. I forgot how much I hit right there, but after I made the 150 profit, I risked 30 of it, and then when I seen this one lose, I got out because I said, okay, now it's gonna go back, which it did. So that's why you don't see no entries here because I was not looking for no sales on gold. I know it's bullish. I'm not looking for no sales. I haven't sold gold in a long time. So I get out, I let it play out, I let it do all of this. Then it freaking skyrockets up here. Um, and I said I was gonna start like trading at 7 a.m. It's crazy because this the day that I looked at it at 6 when I woke up, and then I thought to get in here, but I was like, nah, because it might break through. It might. That's only one touch. I wanted it to touch twice, which gold has not been retesting twice on none of these entries like all week. But I still wanted to see if it was possible. So I didn't get in on the way down, and I didn't get in from 3,800 to 3,850. I just let it play out, see what it's gonna do, because I also didn't know if it was gonna retest and come back down. So once I saw it breaking through the level, boom, I get in. I made some good profits here. From here, riding up, here, up, here, up, here, up, here. I believe this one was a loss, which is crazy because I think this one tapped me out and then went up some more. But it's cool. As you can see, I was in and out on that same candle. And this is 15-minute candle. So basically, I got in that same candle. I was already out. So that was a quick loss. After I lost, I chilled. I'm like, okay, let me play out, let it play out. Let's see what it's gonna do. It did all of this. Then yesterday, dang, this actually this morning. Okay, yeah, this the one I took last night actually. Must be. Yep, yep. 11:45. So right 11:30 actually. So right before midnight because I was specifically trying to profit off of the US government shutting down. I felt like it was going to send gold to skyrocket, which it did. I just got in too early. And I didn't have enough market structure to enter. Like this was a nice candle, so I thought, we was good, but I didn't have enough structure. My stop loss was too high. It probably would have worked out if I put my stop loss below here, which if I wasn't freaking leveraging so much, I would have put my stop loss below here. But on that one, and it wasn't crazy because off of $600, I leveraged $50. So that's kind of in the standard 10% that I normally do on these small accounts. So it wasn't too crazy at that point. But the stop loss was too tight because I really ain't want to lose no money. And that's what happened. So I put it where I knew it wasn't really safe. Um, I want to say my stop was like, I don't know what a stop was, honestly. But anyway, so that's 11:30 last night. It knocks me out. It does all of this morning. Okay, I see it gets to the high. I'm like, all right, chill. Not ready for you yet. Then I basically get in two entries here. Now this is when I start full margin in the account. So I get in one, two, and on top of that, another thing I did, I have not doubled down on no trade the whole time I was growing this account. I didn't double down on no trade. I had the brilliant idea this morning to risk. So at this point, the account is at 550, 540. I had the brilliant idea to risk $120 on each trade. So out that 540, that would take me down to 300 if I lost. But then my risk reward ratio was matter of fact, another thing. It wasn't even a 2 to 1. This is a 1.96. I'm supposed to be a 2.0 or higher before I take a trade. This is why I don't trade on my phone, because when I'm trading on my phone, I'm more impulsive and I'm not looking at the chart. I'm getting in here without marking the chart. Normally, before I enter a trade, I'll come and remark the trade. It ain't no markings on here. This is all the markings from 2, 3 days ago. So, anyways, I get in, I'm risking $120 here, $120 here. Now, on the 5 minute, I kind of saw indication that it was going to go bad. But I'm like, let me switch over to the 15 minute. On the 15 minute, I saw this one, and I'm like, that looked like it's going to go bad. So when it went up a little bit, I thought, oh, I should just take my little $20 and run. Ask me why I didn't take the $20. You can ask me, but I don't got no answer because I don't know why I didn't take the $20 when I saw it was going to go bad. Because I was being a fat, greedy pig trying to really profit off my own government failing. Which, even though we're doing a terrible job and the dollar is not doing so well, gold was already at the high. I'm getting in at the high. You're supposed to buy low, sell high. I'm buying at the high. So, needless to say, 15, 30, an hour and 15 minutes in that trade, and boom, 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 lost, lost. Now, I closed a little early. I ain't let both of them hit 120, but let's just say I lost 90 on one and then 120 on the other. So, still, same thing. Those were my two biggest losses of the whole $100 account growth. And it put me down to, yeah, I want to say like right under $300. Then I didn't even do what I normally do. Normally after a loss, I just chill. I just chill. Nope. What do? I see that it hit my level here and freaking at this time it had like came back like up above the level. So I'm thinking this is a massive rejection. I get in. What actually happened is it started going like real volatile right there. Like it started getting like crazy. It was like, so got in this candle, I lost on that same candle. And what did I do? Risk another hundred and something dollars. Same thing here. I see like at this point it had did like a doji. I'm like, okay, that's the one. That's the one. Put my stop below this one, in and out the same candle. So basically, if you go back to the TradeZilla, $439, I'm gonna tell you what happened. This was probably the this right here was like 110. This another what 100? No, I'm sorry. This was 210. This made it 310, and then this one was like 130, 140. So put them together. Stupid, 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 stupid. And now we are back to a freaking $100. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do it again, but we're not gonna do the full margin. We're not gonna do the full margin, okay? Because that's cool and that's fun. And when you know how to trade and you kind of like don't really care about the money, you just want to like test your skills, that could be fun, but that is not normal. That's not a normal way to trade. Like, and that's not a way you want to trade when people are watching you and hoping that, they could do something with a little bit of money and like make it basically hold on, let me move this. But basically, it's not realistic, is what I'm trying to say. It's not a realistic way to trade. Not many people make it out that way, and then not on top of that, it's not sustainable. That's not a way that you're gonna actually grow an account. It's cool to do it real quick, real fast, and some people are way better at scalping than I am. I've always said I'm not the best scalper. I'm not the best at quick trades. Now I am pretty good at um finding setups. Like I am pretty good at knowing like where the next level gold is going to hit, things like that. Um, Obviously this is a dream trying to decide when it's going to hit the new record high. I've done it before and I've done it many times, but it's just not realistic, right? So what we're gonna do is gonna get rid of all the previous trades. I'm gonna do the grow again. I'm gonna pick one time in a day where I get in the charts and I am going to mark the chart, look for a trade, and enter around the same time each day. I'm going to do all the trades live. I'm not going to watch them on my phone. If I enter a trade and I'm at the computer, I'll watch it on the computer. If I'm not at the computer, I'm just going to let it run. And this time, when I grow the $100, I'm going to leave the trades running live and I'm going to trade it how I normally would, where I would actually do more swing trades, so to speak, and go from there. Y'all watch it. Yeah, don't y'all don't. But basically, I'm gonna have it to where the live is just running. As long as I'm in the trade, the live is just running all day, and then have my take profits and stop loss set. Now, if depending on how long the swing is, I might not set take profits. I kind of like that to just let it run because I am notorious for cutting my profits short, and I got to get out of that too. I'm trying to decide if I need this level. I feel like I really don't because the major level's right there. Let me just remark this whole chart because I got my half late. So I'm gonna mark it now, and then I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna cool it, and I'm gonna wait until tomorrow 7 a.m. I feel like my loss today is substantial enough. I don't need to add to that. Um, and I'm gonna just take the rest of the day off. It's about to be Martin call in a minute anyway. And then I'm gonna come back tomorrow fresh and we're gonna grow the $100 the smart way. So that's really all I wanted to say in this video. I really just wanted y'all to laugh at me for being so reckless and silly. But I'm not gonna lie, like, it was fun. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. It was fun, and obviously because I'm doing something, not the trades, but when it comes to the money, I'm doing something that I tell everybody to do. Trade the money that you're not dependent on. I mean, I put $100 in this account to go crazy for a reason because I'm not dependent on $100. It's the first of the month. I paid all my bills already. I didn't have a lot of free money, but I put in what I didn't mind losing. Now, I did end up having some more free money that I could have put in a separate account and put my trade copier on and had all these trades duplicate on that account. But I didn't want to do that because I knew I was going crazy on this. So I wanted to minimize the loss, right? So on here, as you can see, I didn't go below the $100, so I didn't lose no money. I lost the profit that I got out of the market. I basically just gave my profits back to the market. I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about that at all. It's a little stupid because I could have did something with that money. But that brings me to my next point. I think to protect myself against myself, I'm gonna decide how much profit that I'm gonna start like withdrawing because I really want to get in the habit that I used to be in to where I would withdraw every Friday. I would withdraw like all my profits for the week. I don't want to do that on this account, but I'm thinking either 500 or $1,000. Like every time I make $500 profit, withdraw it, or every time I make $1,000, withdraw it. I don't know. I kind of one of those. I haven't decided yet, but I guess it depends on like how long it takes me to make it. Like if I make $500 profit in 5 days, like I did last month, I'll probably withdraw that 500 and go back to the 100 and then do it again. Like And not to say every time I'm going to profit from the 100 to the 500. I'm going to just say I don't know a time where I didn't. Let's just say it like that. I don't want to be too cocky, but I don't know a time where I put $100 in the account and I couldn't turn it into something. Like I'm gonna turn it into something because I got the sense that if I'm losing back to back, I'm gonna reduce my risk. So like when I just basically grew that profit so fast, I upped my risk, right? Because I really wanted to, and I'm not a news trader, so I don't know what I thought I was gonna do, but I really wanted to like see gold go stupid, like just because of the government shutdown. And it kind of did go stupid because it was so volatile this morning. Like it was so volatile, I couldn't get back in if I wanted to. But at the same time, um, I need to stick to price action. Cause that news stuff, oh my goodness, it'll wreck your brain. It will literally wreck your brain. So I'm gonna leave that alone and stick to what I know. So I'm gonna say like 7 a.m. I get up to exercise at 6. So like 7 a.m. each morning, I'm gonna come mark my charts. I'm gonna try not to enter before 8, but depending on how it's looking, I wouldn't mind entering at 7 because it's still between that range that I like. Um, oh, I gotta talk about this too because this is crazy. It's in between that range I like between either London or New York session. But what's also crazy is the fact that if I was at my computer trading how I normally trade, I would have seen when and when not to enter because I had my freaking Fibonacci set on here the whole time, and I had a spot to where I wanted all my stop losses to be below. And if you could see, it never came below here. I was in a trade here with a take profit at 38.75, which was here. That would have made me, how much was that one? That was 400. That would have made me 400. I ended up getting out that trade after like 100 profit. If I would have left my stop loss where I said it wouldn't come back, I would still be good in all these trades. I was in another trade trading to 38.70, would have been good. I was in a trade to 38.80, would have been good. Would have been good if I was at my desk, and normally I go back and forth. You guys watch my streams before, you see I go back and forth between my trade locker where I'm normally on a lower time frame with minimum markings, and then my trading view, which I normally have more markings. I got my sessions here overlap. Shout out to Trades by Side. Got that overlap thing from him. That's kind of cool. And I don't really care for indicators, but this sessions indicator I thought was cool. I got London session in purple, and then I got New York session in purple, and then I got where they overlap. Obviously, it's gonna make a double darker purple. So I like that, but it's crazy. So I want to get back to doing like my normal setup. So basically, if I was to get in a trade now, it would be more of a longer stop loss, obviously below this level. Let's zoom in some. Hold on. Okay, stop loss below this level. It actually, I could even go a little lower, but and then well, that's a 2.0 because I will put my take profit to the next major level 3900. Or even if I went to the last high, 92, and then stop loss. That's the current low, so it's a little risky. But to be on the safe side after having a trade like those that just lost, I would actually go below here. You know what? This is not even a real level. This is I had this here because I had a trade where my entry was here. My entry was at 38.52 and my stop loss was below here. That's why I had this at 38.46. That's why I remember that. 'Cause that's not even an actual level. But the point is, I could put it below here because it already broke through. Let me take the sessions off so we could see. Let me get a path. It's crazy because when you got these new highs, I feel like the Fibonacci sometime, if used correctly, it's the only thing that's going to give you new potential take profits. But anyway, so it broke through. It already went to TP2. So this, actually, hold on. This Fibonacci's done for now. So it's level 0 here. So it broke through, went to TP1, came back down, retest the top of the Fibonacci, went, touched TP2, came down, retest, and now I'm expecting it to shoot through TP2 or at least come back to it. But I would say 3900 major level would probably be the next take profit, but look how beautiful that is. If I was freaking being smart, that's the trades I would have took. But I wasn't, because I was in a trade at 38.52, which was, it was 38.52 and the stop loss was 38.47. 38.47 right there. And at 38.52, that's 56, so 50, so it was this one then. 38.52. Yeah. Dang, no, it was way over here. Oh, yeah, because it was off this candle. Yep, I did that one live. I remember that. That's in one of those lives. I could go back and fact check. Yep. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? When you play yourself. I got in a trade after this candle right here. On that candle, actually. And then I put the stop loss below this candle. And look at that. Now, I'll be honest. My TP was not there. My TP was at 3900. So it would have been one of those ones where I had to watch it. Yep, because it was a 9-1. I did that live. I remember. I did. Yep. Because I remember I kept seeing the 9-1, 9-1. That's crazy. And even if I didn't take profit, I would still be in that same trade right now. Because it didn't even come and hit the stop loss. It didn't even come and hit the stop loss. And even after I brought the stop loss to break even right below this level here, and it didn't even come there yet, which is wild. Now, to be honest, the trade's still looking good. That's looking like it could go for another entry because look at it. But anyways, the point is, so this would have been one I would have had to take profit early. I had this set for 900 profit. I risked 100 on there too. It was the first one that I risked $100 on. I risked 100 and then it was a 901. So the take profit was 900. If I would have took it early, that could have been a cool $800 right there. Cool $800. But I played myself. We're not gonna talk about shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda. What we're gonna do is the take profit already hit both uh Fibonacci levels. So I could get a new Fibonacci from here. B, A, B, C, D. And look at the trend line of the Fibonacci. This is crazy because it's basically telling me when it broke through here, that's out. It's out. But look at this. Look at this. It's hitting. It just retest. This is nice. I might could get in before margin call and hold. Wait, what else? I mean, honestly, like I can't get no worse today. But it bounced off here, came up, it just bounced again. So I would say we good to go to TP2. I mean TP1, which is where would it be? 39.20 and then 39.50. You know how I trade, so I would say major levels. I think I'm gonna put something on with small risk. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna be risking $100 per trade no more, but it's still gonna be high percentage because it's $100 account. I'm not gonna just risk $5. I'm not a baby. I'm not a beginner trader, so I'm not going to just risk $5. I would risk 25 per trade, which is 25% of 100, but I wouldn't mind that if my stop loss is in a smart place. I need my horizontal lines for the major levels, 3900, and then another at 3950. Let's refine them precisely. And I gotta do this now because I got a business meeting shortly. Um, all right, so major levels. That purple gonna throw off the chart. Okay, so first TP would be a 2.6, which makes me think that this fib is not accurate. It's good enough though. I wouldn't go past the major level without recalibrating the trade. So I don't know. It kind of makes it not worth it, but it's a nice setup. Let's go to the chart. Oh goodness. I was going crazy though. Stop loss below. Let's take this way down, zero point zero 0.01. Let's see what 2 is. 27. Gotta put a TP on this one. 73. That can't be what a stop is. Yep, 49.28. I say 49.25. It's 4:45, so it's not gonna move right now. And I plot on basically after margin call. So yeah, it's about to be margin call, so I'm not gonna put this one to run live, but basically this gonna be the plan. We're gonna do smarter trades, smarter stop losses, smarter risk, and then I'm going to basically stream this $100 account grow in a slower but a way that makes more sense, like something that even a beginner trader could do. That's the point, because everybody's not going to have the level of confidence or be so detached from the money like I was to risk how crazy I was risking. But somebody with $100, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind throwing 27 at a trade to make 75. That's not crazy. And I'm trying 25 actually. Let's get in right there. I'm gonna let the market close from 5 to 6, and then if it's still going tonight, I'll just let it run. Or if I get off my call later and we got some movement or something, I'll just go ahead and put it on live. But basically, I'm gonna either start the trades on the live or I'm gonna let them run on live. This one I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna end here because nobody wanna sit here from 5 to 6 while the market's not moving and just watch a screen that's not moving. But basically, if it's still going, yeah, I could check back later, see how it's doing, and we're gonna grow this in a smart way. So this is the $100 account grow part 5. I decided I was thinking if I should have just started it over, but no, we got to keep it going because I want to show realistically how it is when you grow account fast, how you could lose all your profits from being greedy in a shorter time. Like it took me 5 days to make $500, but it took me like 5 hours to lose it. So growing money fast with big risks, you could lose it even faster by using that massive risk. So this is going to be more structured, make more sense, and then the hopes is I could grow. It don't have to be as fast, but the hope is I could, still get me a good amount of money, 5x my account again. Y'all done seen me do 5x my accounts, 10x my accounts. I feel like I got a good variety of trading risk management content right now. So you can see how it is when you risk big, you can see how it is when you risk small, you can see how it is when you risk smartly and strategically. This one's not going to be small risk, but I'm going to try to be more strategic about it. Like I like where this stop loss is, you know. So this stop loss doesn't scare me because I'm not below the last low. I'm below I'm not this is the current low. This is the last low. I'm below the one before that and below um halfway for major level. So I'm confident in that. If I lose this, I wouldn't care at all because that was strategic, you know. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope this helps somebody to not make a bad decision in their trading journey. I hope this kind of gave realistic expectations of what you can expect when you're doing things like this. And overall, you know, if y'all got some feedback about the wild stuff I did, go ahead, drop me some comments. Other than that, if the trade is moving tonight, like I don't want to put it on as just like being still, but if it's moving tonight, I'll go back live and just let it stream. I probably would be on mute. I probably won't be talking. I'll just leave the screen running, especially if I'm sleeping. Um, but I will, and then I gotta make a decision if I'm gonna leave it on while I'm sleeping or not. But anyways, if you like this type of content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If I'm not back on tonight, I will be back like 7 a.m. ish Eastern time tomorrow morning, and then y'all can see this grow uh, with me. With that being said, everybody have a good night. Thank you as always for watching, and take care.